to be honest with you, I've grown up in a middle class, lower middle class environment, and I've seen so many people destroy their own financial capacities through addictive behaviors and through 5 thought patterns, 5 incorrect ways of thinking, and it's ruined them. It's forced them to continue working in their jobs for the rest of their lives, to continue running their small mom and pop shops, corner coffee shops, or whatever it is for the rest of their lives. And these are 5 things that are going to keep you poor, guaranteed, because I've seen it. I've seen it with the people that I've been around. I've seen it with the people who built our walls for us. I've seen it with the people who were like motor mechanics who were friends of us growing up. I've seen it with builders. I've seen it with the people that I was associating with in our middle class, low middle class. And most of you, especially watching this video, you have a cell phone or access to the internet or a laptop or something, which means you're most likely middle class or lower middle class. But now this is going to stop you. I'm going to tell you what has stopped other people that I've seen. Even though they were earning money, yes, they had a job or they had a business, they were earning money, but yet they were still poor and they still had very, very poor living conditions. If a person is completely poor, this isn't about that. This is just about how to go from lower middle class to being rich. And there are 5 things that I've identified from those who we used to grow up with who are now rich, and those who we grew up with who are still in the same place as they always were. Now, the first thing is this mindset of being okay with staying in one place. You need to understand, being okay with staying in one place is like never going to the gym because you're happy with how your body is. Never wanting to learn a new skill like how to play the piano because you're happy with your current skill level. Never changing up your dress sense. Maybe you're like me, you just wear casual clothes all the time. But at least I know if I want to improve, I should go and wear a suit or start wearing a shirt, a dress shirt. If you're comfortable with being in the same place, you're comfortable with how much your income is, you're comfortable with how much stress that you put under, you're comfortable with having 5 employees and not 10. You're comfortable with phoning cold calling to get more clients for 2 hours and not 5. So that's the first thing that I see that really, really messes people up. They're happy with being in the same place. They're happy with the car they drive, with the house they live in, with their family, with their friends. They never change their environment, and therefore they themselves cannot change. That's the one thing. The second thing I see is when people actually start to earn money. When they actually do earn money, there's this thing called comparisons. And what they do is they actually compare themselves to the wrong things. So if I compare myself to, let's just say, and I'm not knocking anyone, if I compare myself to, let's just say, the salary of a builder, then, like, let's say with YouTube, I could say I'm actually doing quite well. I earn more than him in a day. Let's just say. But the thing is, I'm not really earning much. I can't afford to pay rent, can't afford to pay food. So I'm comparing myself, making it look like I'm rich when I'm actually not really rich. So the comparison actually just screws up people's productivity. And that leads me to the next thing. People have a laziness. So for example, I saw that it's possible to sell on Amazon, right? And then lots of people who do FBA. And I was curious, how does it work? Most people would just like ignore it. But I actually went to the website and researched, how do you start? How do you do it? Who's doing it? What? And I started researching products and how much I can buy it and sell it for and try my best to get an account. Obviously, I'm younger than 18, so it was a bit challenging, but I actually took action. And most people are too lazy to even take action on an opportunity to even investigate it. Let's just say there's a way that, let's just say it's possible to have a market. You can sell things at a flea market. Maybe you're going to sell watches or sell, I don't know, ribbons for your car. Most people would look at that and say, okay, maybe you can make money, but nah, I don't want to do it. So that's like the third thing. They're lazy. So they compare themselves to the wrong people, but so that they don't have to have the productivity. If you compare yourself to Elon Musk, you are poor, my friend. Even a billionaire, most billionaires are poor. So then comparing yourself to someone higher shows you how much work you have to do. By comparing yourself to someone lower or to everyone, you eliminate the need to improve. A lot of these middle class people that I grew up with, just to go back to that second point, would compare themselves and say, well, out of all my family and all my friends, I'm doing quite well. But all your family and friends are all middle class, low middle class. So how can you be doing well? You're just average. But yet in their minds, they would think that they were average, that they were doing okay, that they were exactly like their friends, they were exactly like their colleagues. I'm making as much as the motor mechanic, as the dentist, as the guy who has, this practice and this clothing company. So we're all on the same level, where therefore it's fine for me to stay exactly as I am, which goes back to the first point and connecting it to the third point. Then they're lazy because they don't see that gap that they have to take. The fourth thing out of the 5 is they have addictive behaviors. I don't know if you ever noticed, but a lot of, let's just say, builders or people who are working normal, minimum wage jobs, a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them have very poor diets. Obviously, you can argue they don't have enough money, so they have to buy cheese rolls or, I don't know, chocolates or whatever. But at the end of the day, everybody has the decision to save up money, and they can buy meat, or they can save up money and they could, buy carrots and apples for the same kind of price if they prioritized it. They have addictive behaviors. So, for example, maybe if they earn a little bit more, they'll go to McDonald's, or they'll eat unhealthy KFC or fast foods or chocolates, like I said. That's one thing. Maybe they smoke. That's a big thing. Cigarettes, vapes, addictive behaviors. And the reason why they keep them poor and stop them from getting rich is because any extra money that they have goes there. They blow all of it. And that leads me, and I'm going to get to the fifth point, which is basically blowing money. But just to end up here, just to finish off here, the addictive behaviors show you that they cannot actually focus on something for long enough to get any result. If a person is an addict, let's say a person's a gambling addict, and they start making videos on YouTube, they want to monetize the channel, they want to make money. But now every day, as they start to make videos, their brain says, ding, 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 let's go to the casino. They stop working. They actually stop having any extra time, any extra effort or energy to put into something else that could work, because they're addicted. And they'll, for example, give up an extra 5 minutes to smoke, but they won't give up an extra 5 minutes to make a YouTube video, or start a drop shipping store, or post an ad, as I like to say, or speak to a rich person, or go somewhere, or do something new. They'd rather give that 5 minutes of their most valuable entity time away. And that's the fifth point. This is the most important point of it all. They blow everything. When I say that, if you gave a poor person, middle class person, 50,000 rand, $5,000, let's say, what they do is they probably fix off their house. Even if probably they'd be in debt, they pay off the bond, and now they finish with everything. They blow it all and they don't get anything. Or they use their money and spend it on food, or take everyone on a holiday, or whatever. They blow all their money. And the worst thing of all is this. Because you've listened to the video, listened to me speaking for so long. This is the differentiating factor between those who remain exactly where all these people that I've been growing up with stay, and supersize to and end up supersizing to the high heavens. The difference between those who remain poor forever and those who actually make it out through sheer determination. And the only difference is this. Those who make it out don't blow their time. Yes, everybody blows their money from time to time, but most of the poor people, middle class, blow their time. They spend all their time watching Netflix shows, watching silly little TikTok videos, spending time eating food at McDonald's. Don't waste your time. If you just put your time into something useful, it doesn't matter if it's like me making YouTube videos. At least I'm putting my time into something useful. And when something better comes along, then I can put my time into that. So what you got to do is never blow your time. And if you avoid these 5 thought patterns and 5 behaviors, 5 activities, then you will not. Then at least you know what not to do. And then it's now only up to you to find out what to do. Go out and make riches. Go and be that person who changes the financial course of your family. If you're seeing me right now, this is a sign that you are supposed to watch this video. You're supposed to hear this and avoid these patterns, please.